Dragon Ball is one of those cartoon series that most of us have seen on television growing up. Now, I'm not the biggest fan or even an advocate of the series by any means, because frankly, I find it to be a lot more children-friendly than other anime, but that's not detracting from it in any way. In fact, I think Dragon Ball had a pretty good start. I didn't watch the show thoroughly, only when it came on every once in a while, and at some point, I started watching episode to episode when I had access to Dragon Ball Z. It was a good anime, I'll be honest, for what it was. And it has got some of the most iconic characters even till this day. My main issue with a show like this, such as Dragon Ball, is that while you can have a lighthearted and even comedic storytelling, at some point when the story goes on far past the initial decade, you expect some sort of development and natural progression within the context of characters, the tone, and the setting. Now, unfortunately for Dragon Ball, like many other battle anime and shonen, it became a business-driven and commercialized franchise. It was no longer about progressing or even conserving its narrative values, right? And it's now the center of just merchandising, nostalgia baiting, and formulaic storytelling designed to sustain profitability rather than evolve its characters and world. Again, to be fair, this pretty much sums up a large portion of shonen anime in modern days. The series has become a market-friendly product rather than a creative work. There is no denying this. I mean, come on, I don't need to explain 1+1 to you, but the constant rehash story tropes, villains, fake-out deaths, the circus-infested transformations, which is a topic that we gotta talk about today. Apparently, in Dragon Ball Daima, a show that I skipped out after episode 1, straight up, and honestly, I shouldn't even touch it at all, but they brought back Super Saiyan 4 recently I saw. Super Saiyan 4 is a renowned and envy form in the canon Dragon Ball from GT if I remember. A show that I also skipped out because of its mediocre writing, but regardless, it doesn't change the fact that Super Saiyan 4 is arguably the most unique and enthralling transformation in DB history. And what they decided to do with this form in Daima is turn Goku into a fetus and slap a fresh coat of a pink paint on and call it a day. I'm like, what the hell? I'm sorry, what? That's literally what they did. Super Saiyan 4 stood out because it completely broke away from the traditional Super Saiyan formula, right, that had a defined transformation, usually golden hair, green eyes up until that point. Instead of just changing hair color, Super Saiyan 4 introduced a more primal, beast-like appearance that mirrors or resembled the ape form. You had the black hair, red eye lines, and the red fur. Now it's literally just pink. And the crazy part is, not surprising unfortunately, is that there are a lot of DBTARs, and I hate to call them that, but I'm sorry, you guys deserve this. The Dragon Ball community has been eating this of their childhood anime for years, many years at this point, and the fact that they're on their knees and wiggling over this sorry excuse of what I would think many of them loved. You deserve this. This is what you get, and what you continue getting.
You're not bad, but you can't beat me.